Actually, I mute that too. Welcome back to OtakuDaiKun. We're going to be continuing Agartha. Woo! I'm psyched to get further into the land of Ys. We're fighting more riders. We need assassins. Who we got? Oh, I'll take Skak any day. She's so fucking pretty. Oh, hello. Come this way. Come on, this way. First you turn here, then you go through this hole. Ow, blast. My beard got caught. I can't quite get my butt through. You got a pretty tight butt, Astolfo. Made it. Your embarrassed face is too much. Glad I didn't have to take off my waist armor and skirt. What's up? Are you wishing you'd gone last, so that you could have had a good excuse to push my butt? Oh, Astolfo. No, not in the slightest. There doesn't seem to be anyone else around. It appears that really was a secret shortcut. By the way, I suppose I should ask, was your family among the pirates we were playing with? No, they weren't. It sure looked like fun, though. You were playing pro wrestling, right? That's right. We were playing pro wrestling. It was a lot of fun, and good training, too. Aw, man. You're just letting all kinds of stuff go by that, the grown-up you've never met would, Fergus? That's fucking confusing. Yes, the snaggletooth. My dog has a snaggletooth, and it's adorable. Unfortunately, it broke. Because she was born with a tooth that bent at a 90-degree angle, and that kind of snapped at the hinge of the 90-degree angle. She's fine. It didn't break to the point where she would need intense surgery or anything. There's no root connection, so we're good. But yeah, she's definitely the most adorable little teeth. You know, for some reason, I kind of wish you would. I see. Now I'm even more interested in my grown-up self. In the meantime, I apologize. Don't. You've done nothing wrong. Astolfo should know better than to expect you to say something like bedtime wrestling. Hey, I never gave any specifics. See, Dan? You thought the same thing I did. We've come a fair distance now. How much longer until we get there? Not much more. All you have to do now is go through the hole in the wall there. This is it then. Stay sharp, everyone! I'll go first. The rest of you, be ready to move once I give the word. Looks like we're in the clear. Okay, I'll go next. Good, you're all here. This must be the mansion's rear garden. I'm surprised we actually made it here without anyone seeing us. Thanks, kid. We couldn't have done this without your... Huh? Where'd she go? That's strange. She isn't anywhere to be seen on either side of the hole. Perhaps she simply left once she finished showing us the way. She certainly was a smart girl. I don't like this. It could be some sort of trap, after all. Agreed. I know we said we shouldn't be surprised at these pirates having children, but that doesn't mean it's not still strange. Case in point, we've not seen a single other child like her anywhere else since arriving. Seems a bit much to be just a coincidence. But if this is all a trap, wouldn't it have sprung by now? I mean, we're already at our destination, right? That's true. Now that we've come this far, I think our only real option may be to head farther inside. Of course, this is the heart of a city, where its populace constantly steals from one another. Then discard their possessions as soon as they're grown tired of them. There's no telling what might be lying in wait for us there. Bashu, I love you! Hey, Mashu. I see, that does raise some questions about that girl. But right now, we should focus on dealing with the ruler of Ys. I can definitely sense a different signal from the others there in that mansion with you. Please proceed with caution. Aye aye. My. So you must be why my town is in such an uproar. That voice. Drake? Huh. Don't tell me you know each other. Drake is one of the servants that disappeared from Chaldea, so I'd considered the possibility that she could be here. But while this servant may sound like her dress and manner of speech are very different. Mashu, Sarah, I finished analyzing her spirit origin pattern. It matches Chaldea's records. She is, without a doubt, Francis Drake. I'm afraid you're mistaken. Now, is this Damut? I think it's Damut. My name is Damut. I am known both as the Pirate Princess and the Rider of Ys. Dahut? I suppose that makes sense, given the name Ys. What in the world is going on here? Do you know something, Dayon? Yes, the tale of Ys comes from France, you see. That I did not know. Perhaps you've heard it yourself, Master. It's an old legend from the Brittany region. In brief, Ys was once the name of a city built on the coast. It flourished as a haven of vice and immortality. But one day, either by an act of God or the devil, the entire city was swallowed up by the sea. Yet even now it remains a hotbed of sin and malice, untouched since the day of its submersion. So the legends say, at least. What's an H? Sorry? You gotta help me out by saying what you're referring to. It also says that the daughter of the ruler of Ys was a woman by the name of Dahut. As its princess, she set an example for her wicked citizens by stealing all sorts of things herself. It was her plundering that formed Ys's immortal backbone. Immoral backbone. But that's just a legend, right? Right. There is no record of Ys or Damut ever having... Dahut. Not no M. No Damut. Shame on you, Daikun. Dahut ever having truly existed. They can't actually be real. Why? What an odd thing to say. I'm right here, and so is Ys. So, welcome. Welcome to my cliff of Jesus Christ. My city of freedom and decadence, where everything and anything is permitted. The text is very strong, my little phone. I trust you're enjoying your stay. I saw plenty of your pirates cruelly abusing their pets. I can't say I found it all that enjoyable. But now that you've seen it, surely you understand? Love, pleasure, violence, inebriation, hedonism, gold, silver, beautiful fabrics, delightful creatures, adorable creatures, their very lives. Well, I mean, it's 2 lines taking up a portion of my small little iPhone screen. It's a lot different compared to playing something on a full TV screen. Here, nobody stops talking. Sorry, goddammit, see? Taking whatever is the most they desire. Surely you too must have thought that this is the happiest city in the world? Happy? This city is overflowing with trash, literally and metaphorically. Ah, yes, I see. You have not yet learned my city's rules. Let me tell you, there are only 2. Take whatever you want, whenever you want. And do not want what you have taken. Isn't that contradictory? You can read it fine, but speed reading is a little different. Stop fighting me! Not at all, to put it another way. You are encouraged to take whatever you want without a second thought, but not to get too attached. That is all. Desire is supreme. You must never deny yourself what you want. What's more, not getting attached applies as much to what you've taken as to anything else. There is no point in holding on to something out of habit. Just let it go. No regrets. After all, someone else is bound to want whatever it is. In essence, my teaching is in this. In each and every moment, think only of what you want and take it. That explains why the city is overflowing with hardly used junk. So the concept of ownership in Ys changed to align with the notion that moment-to-moment desire is the ultimate good. Yes, I do. It takes forever to get through these singularities. It's a positively primitive, yet remarkably complete social system. It ensures that all resources will make their way to the hands of every one of its citizens. Of course, whether that's a good or bad thing depends on you. Or depends on if you're more into hedonism or fairness. Why would you teach such things? Rules like that will inevitably lead to a chaotic, twisted mess. Just as we saw on our way here, damn it. I'll admit I need to slow down a little. I have to, unfortunately. You don't have to take. Yeah, okay. You don't have to take in order to get everything you want. Isn't that how a sensible, just world should be? Why? Why, you say? It should be obvious. This is the only way that everyone can be happy. These story worlds, it's kind of like the servants are summoned to fulfill their role in the story, kind of, or to play their part as ruler of that story world. Those who follow my rules have created a city of pure, momentary pleasure. And if, in each moment, everyone has attained their true happiness by taking what it is they want, then in those moments, it is if everyone is happy, right? So she's trying to make all of her people happy by permitting anyone to take whatever they want? I'd never considered such a way of life before. And as long as I remain myself, that moment will last forever, which means that everyone's truest happiness will as well. Ah, this city is truly a utopia. Didn't you see for yourselves how all of my people were smiling? Nobody has to deny themselves in my city. They are free to take whatever they want. There is no need for them to be cornered with how others are concerned with how others may feel. What could be better than that? Yeah, your pirates are smiling all right, but they were the only ones. This talk of happiness sounds nice, but it's deeply flawed. What about the people you take from, the ones you treat like playthings? How do you think those men feel when you rob them of their dignity, their very lives? How do I think those men feel, you ask? You heard me. What a strange thing to say. Why should I care about that? I am the daughter of King Gradlon, the most beautiful, the most noble princess in the world. As such, I have a right to take from those beneath me, and those I take from should be honored to have been of use to someone such as me. Surely they all understand that? Otherwise, why would the men I kill after bedding them shed such wonderfully lovely tears? You bitch! And that is just as true for my people. In other words, all of Ys is my proxy. As such, anyone used by a citizen of Ys should be similarly grateful. What else could there possibly be to consider? Master, there's something I'm absolutely sure of now. Well, I maybe shouldn't say absolutely sure since it's not based on hard data, but since I accompanied you to Okeanos, I feel I should say it anyway. That is not Francis Drake. It's true Francis Drake was a pirate, and she took from those around her. But she never once said it was right. She was completely aware of the evil of such an act. Yet she had a sort of charisma and good cheer about her that let her shrug that weight off with a smile. This woman is nothing like that. She doesn't even think there is any weight to her actions. Her evil is nothing more than a habit, just some normal behavior for her. And so there's no way she and Captain Drake could possibly be the same person. Drake, was it? The name doesn't ring a bell, so she must not have been around back whenever I was alive. Quite frankly, whether this woman is her or not does not matter to me. The only question is that I'm concerned with is what we do about her. She's not the person I know. We have to defeat her. Good, then we're on the same page. Habit? You're wrong there. If anything, I'm in a constant state of flux. I attain happiness by sating my desires, then I cast that happiness away and begin desiring again. Taking is what allows me to ensure everyone's happiness is always shifting. It's the perfect way for us folk of the water to live our lives. I can agree with you there. It's kind of a shame to introduce other heroic legends and spirits without actually making them servants. It's like, just do it already. But it takes a while to make characters, and I see where they're trying to cut corners. It's a bit disappointing. That's why I can understand why you're here. You seek this happiness for yourselves. It is what you desire. And so you're here to take it from me. But as I always discard all that I desire, the only thing I truly possess is myself. Which means you desire me. You came here to propose. I'd tell her she was way off the mark, but something tells me she's not the type to listen. Then yes, I accept. I will always desire people with love in their hearts who seek my hand in marriage. Very well then. Come, let us get to bed. And each take out our desires from the other. Of course, it should go without saying that I will discard you once I am sated. That is the perfect happiness of the moment. Taking what we desire is how we obtain ultimate happiness. Master's not going to your bed. She's going to settle this right here and now. And come to my bed when this is all done. I wish. Here, now, with our clothes on, while standing up? My, how passionate. I've never seen any woman as strong and terrible as her before. Maybe my future self will meet many like her in Ulster. But right now, she's the first woman of this sort I've ever encountered. Still, I can't help but shudder. I never met someone so strong and upfront about her desires. I'm ashamed of myself. How can I still be incapable of battling such a fierce opponent, simply because she's a woman? Because they don't want you as part of the story fighting, kid. Just protect me like usual. I'm counting on you. Well, that's too bad. Some of you would have shined like gems with a little training, but I suppose you just aren't ready to handle me. Then again, there really are a lot of you, aren't there? Not even I could handle all of you by myself. So I shall call some of my maids to keep the rest of you company. Naturally, you're free to take them for yourself if you so desire. Damn. Incoming wenches! Of course she's got a bunch of maids waiting in the wings. We need to take care of them quickly, before any other pirates show up. It's like, if she thinks that way, she'd probably discard her bed, her house, her maids. She still possesses a lot of things. She's a hypocrite. And I don't like it. I don't like it much at all. Yeah, I'm getting some connection issues here. I apologize. It seems like my connection's fluctuating between a really good upload and really bad upload. Anyway, today I saw Toy Story 4. Night all? You going to bed? Considering this is Drake, would you want her to? Who sucketh thine boutte? Yes, Toy Story 4 is a very good movie. Very, very good. I highly recommend it. Everybody look at me. Okay, I'll save Animal Phantasm for next turn. and instead apply this to you, Musashi.
では
Strange P, that's good and all. Quick card effectiveness. Okay, that'll be for next turn. Kill them all! I wish my connection would stop dipping into red numbers. It's really frustrating. I apologize. Quick card effectiveness is up. Let's use that. Triple quick for you. It was 1080p 60. Huh. That's weird. I didn't tell it to go that fast. Elgato can't capture that fast, or my Elgato can't. I'm very confused. Maybe that was the problem. That was stupid. We'll never get which design? Oh, a Drake altar. Oh, I love Shiki. Don't you? He's ready to just jump in and murder at a moment's notice. Ripple. Shit. You know what? I almost don't want to spoil that with a Noble Phantasm. Let's just do that. Damn. Get all three. Ooh, thank you. And now I can do my Noble Phantasm. Pretty sure I already did that. Yes, I did that. Easy enough. Alrighty then. Another rider. Stop it with all the riders. We need a good assassin. Should I take the Loli? What card is Loli using? What is that craft essence? Misty Night in London. Oh, that's your Bond craft essence. You know what? Fine. Let's do it. And we're fighting a woman, so it makes sense. I still don't know enough about Fergus himself. Yes, we almost got them all. Keep it up. My, so impatient. Very well then. Why don't we bolster our ranks a bit? Which of you are expecting? We are. Then birth them. What? You can't just do that on command? Oh! Oh! What are they doing? Oh my god! There's more of them now. Second round of new characters? Who would those include? Because I might not have. Impossible. It's as though they split apart like cells, creating clones of themselves. So this is how they reproduce. I always knew there was something wrong with these pirates. This is just way too this is just a way to match your numbers. If you want to be taken by the genuine article and experience something truly mind-blowing, all you have to do is close your eyes and come to me. Oh, but this won't do. Now that you're proving difficult to require, probably acquire, I'm starting to desire other things. Quick, I must have them all. I must have everything I want. Thank you, Max Stars. I want them so badly. I want a blue rose that has been watered with the blood of a 13-year-old virgin. Dude. Bitch. I want the sweat dripping from the hands of a composer with a fatal disease as he plays the last beautiful notes of his career. I want the ashes of a book of romance, whose cover has been coated with crushed jasper and human bones. Give them to me. Give me the joy that comes with getting what I desire. I'll throw away everything else I've ever wanted to get. I've ever wanted to get that. You're a fool. Taking, discarding. Do you really think that's sustainable? The world's resources are finite. Eventually, everything runs out. All that plundering and momentary happiness you love so much, it will end one day. It's only a matter of time until you've taken everything there is to take. When that happens, you'll be left with nothing, a void that won't be filled even after it's consumed you. When there's nothing left to take, the only thing you'll be left with is your own desire to do so. And by then, it'll all be over. You can't keep the world going if all you do is take and never produce. I don't care about the world. All I want is for this city I was given to flourish forever. To have its people live out their lives in endless joy and pleasure. And for that, I'm proud to call myself its ruler. I don't care what the rest of this world thinks of me. I don't even care if they call me a demon. I am Dahut, the daughter of Gradlon, and the ruler of Ys. I am noble by birth. I am the debauched witch who turned her back on Saint Gwynol, Gwynol? Or Gwynol. Gwynole? Fuck. Gwynole. In spite of that, my people, who love the joy they take for themselves, see me as their ruler. Now come, my people sing the praises of your Lord. Let us lose ourselves in these endless pleasures. Whatever. I'll fight you again, I guess. Ew, the pirates just did that divide-y thing again. Gross. Now how the hell are we gonna beat them all? We'll have to take them out before they multiply. Haha, well said. I may not remember much, but there's one thing I still recall clearly. no matter how hard things may seem. As long as you know what it is you have to do, you still have a chance, so I'm not giving up. Hell, not knowing when to give up is the best weapon I've got. So come on, lady. Time to hold our ground. We're gonna kick your butt. Looks like one of those costume fixes that be going around Tumblr. Oh, we're just going straight to fighting. Okay. Well, I can do it. Actually, no, I can't. She's gonna keep regenerating her pirates, so I should leave them alone. Could be just a little tricky. Oh, Waver, I can't have you dying on me now. Jeez.
Do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of pirates, but it's good in order to let them attack instead of her. It would take forever to mow through 7 of those frickin' things. Here you go, Waver. Like, no healing whatsoever, really. Bust! No, no buster, just one buster. Get her good! Yes, Jack, yes! Yes, yes! Alright, now who up? Well, Musashi can't do her thing yet. They're not the cards I wanted. I guess I'll take them. Let's have fun with it. Well, you can kill them all, I guess. I'm taking a different strategy. It might not work at all. But we shall see. Yes, we broke her ass. And Waver actually fucking survived. Who'd have thought? Ooh. Nice. Thank you. Attack Musashi. For the love of God. Alright, Waver, I'm swapping you out for my Shiki. Because Shiki can do a little thing called this. You can make yourself invincible. And you can dodge. Assuming she doesn't have some ridiculous noble phantasm. Ooh, and I'm about to fuck you up. Girl. Oh, you are so dead. You're dead. I'm not much fun for gambling, so I couldn't fully agree to that. Don't tell me that was your noble phantasm. That wasn't noble phantasm. Come on now, you could have murdered me.
動輪の真髄お見せしましょう。
But you didn't. That's okay.
天満台自在天使
Bring it on now.
医者の大天使人間なのね。そこだ感じて
Ba-dum, chicka-bum, chicka-bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. You're still alive, huh? Okay. Okay. That's how it's gonna be. Let's do triple crit Supergirl. That's gonna power us up for the next turn. Look at all them stars! The Nemesis walks up. Did somebody say stars? Oh, is that a Yu-Gi-Oh thing? Keyblade Master. You always have one viewer. Is that like a friend of yours?
Ah, 吐き気なんだよ。あいつ直視俺の前に立つんじゃない。
So wait, you're hosting yourself.
不器用は終わりだ。先に行って。
Okay. Alrighty, now you guys are gonna be crit busted. Look at that. You're gone. You're gone. Bye-bye! Oh, that still didn't kill you, wow. That didn't even get its crit. Lame-o! Alrighty. They're getting stronger, laddie! What are we going to do? They keep yelling! They're all good and dead. Oh, shit. I should have done the triple Shiki then, had that been the case. Oh, there's only two of them anyway, it's not that big a deal. More crit stars than you could ever imagine. Look at all the pirate booty. I'm so proud of you, you survivor. Oh, you had an invincible too. Shit. Good for me. We gotta get through the battle.
ま、切りがいがあるのはいいことだよね。
How is this happening? This isn't right. All I want is to take. Take! There's nothing wrong with wishing for my people's happiness. There can't be. No, I can't allow myself to be taken. That would be That would be absurd! Aw, crap. We didn't finish the job. She's trying to escape. Damn it, he's still alive. We have to stop her. But... too many pirate bitches. Damn it. There are way too many of them. She'll get away. Why's everything shaking? Lady Dahud, emergency. It reminds me of what Banjo says. He's like, Dahud? No! Why? What's going on here? Tell me everything. It's the floodgates! The city's floodgates have been opened! Water is flooding in from the Great Lake and swallowing up the entire city. That can't be! No one should be able to operate them. I have the only key, and I keep it tightly locked up in... Wait. Don't tell me somebody took it while I was fighting. You look like a right fool, Rider of Ys. I figured it was the little girl, but I wasn't sure. Dahut? 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 I don't know what a long U means. You could say it like... That girl we met earlier? I'd forgotten about her. Now that we know how the pirates reproduce, it clearly makes no sense for a girl like that to be here. Who is she? You're... Da-dum, da-da! Empress of the Nightless City! Assassin! Oh, so you at least recognize my face, pirate princess. That puts you well above those simpletons. That's the girl who showed you the way to the castle? Running analysis complete. She's definitely a servant. I had no idea. Since she's an assassin, maybe she's got some sort of presence concealment kind of thing? So our plan to cut off transmissions while you were sneaking in backfired. At any rate, be very careful, Sarah. If what we've heard is true, she's one of the 3 rulers controlling Agartha. So your name is Sarah. Your assistance has been invaluable. Thanks to you fools keeping the princess here busy, I was able to get exactly what I wanted. A token of my appreciation, I shall overlook your earlier transgression to my person. Oh yeah, the head patting. Ah, what a relief. It's such a joy to know that you filthy pirates will soon be extinct. That this eyesore of a city will trouble me no longer. Wumpus? Wumpy Wumpus Woo? You wanna wump a Wumpus Woo? How did you do this? Ah ha ha ha. When I play Final Fantasy X, I'm so just tempted to just name him Titties. The only other one who could possibly know is... Surely you already know the answer to that. Now I see. I was wondering where she went after leaving Ys. So your domain is where that caster ended up. Scheherazade! Did you really not know what one who left your pitiful nation might be thinking? Oh, I'm almost embarrassed for you, fool that you are. You and those silly Amazons are both the same, attacking neighboring villages, engaging in crude violence day and night. What a waste. Why waste such energy to destroy an enemy state, when a single key will suffice nicely? Assassin! Ah! Blood! What about Markiplier? Ah! A flash flood! It's well lit up Dahud. With her injuries, she will most likely perish. What about us? How are we going to survive? Got to get out of here. Get to the chopper! I'm not going down with Ys if I can help it. Oh my, that won't do. Seems this form is given to laughter unbecoming for an empress. Let's try that again with elegance and arrogance. Just like I practiced. Very well then, Sarah. No, I've already grown tired of that name. From now on, you shall be... Hunyang, Lost Sheep. You should be honored. It's a rather perfect name, if I do say so myself. I can't stop and watch another video while I'm live streaming, or I would rather not. After all, when you let me show you the way here without suspecting a thing, you resembled nothing so much as a foolish little lamb who didn't even realize her own wool was being shorn away. Then again, perhaps you would rather I call you Miss, like I did earlier? I might consider doing so again if you prostrate yourself before me. I'm in an extremely generous mood right now, after all. Speaking of which, allow me to extend you an invitation to my Nightless City, assuming, of course, that you survive to visit it. You will be dazzled by how brightly my own city shines. That's a promise. In fact, I demand you come and pay me a visit there, so that you can see for yourselves just how wonderful it is. Good luck making your escape, Hunyang. Ha! Don't you worry, assassin. I'll be sure to take you up on your invitation. Please focus on escaping first. Hurry, I'll do my best to guide you to safety. You like the Shota, Fergus? That was too close. I'm all soaked. But I guess that beats drowning. Ys is almost completely sunken now. It seems it lived up to its legend perfectly. I hope the men who were being kept prisoner there managed to escape too. It was so sudden. Well, that certainly spells the end of Ys as a threat. If nothing else, they won't be robbing any more men of their freedom. That's true, at least one of the three powers ruling Agartha is gone now. Is it really that simple? I'm used to fighting arm and leg just to defeat one of them. What's more, we now know that the writer of Ys was not the demon god pillar. Right, Master pushed her to the brink of defeat. Based on the other patterns we've seen to date, that would have caused her to reveal her true nature, if she had secretly been the demon god pillar. There's no reason the pillar would simply let itself be defeated like that, after all. Some things about her are still puzzling, like her resemblance to Drake. But we can at least infer that it is not at all likely she was the demon god pillar. That's redundant. Then let's keep looking. Hey, I'm on TV. Hey, Miku, how's it going? That's just like you to see the brightest side, Senpai. I'll do everything I can to keep helping you too. Foo-foo. Very well then. Where should we head next? We may as well take the assassin up on her invitation. Besides, we've got to pay her back for using us. No objections here. Alright then, our next destination is the assassin's domain, the Nightless City. I'm doing fantastic. I watched Toy Story 4. Shit's pretty good. So this was Ys, a city that sought nothing but momentary happiness for its people, thinking of nothing but taking and discarding what they wanted. It was certainly evil, it was wrong, but its people may still have been happy. Countless nations have been founded across history. Many of them died out, and some still exist today. I'll have to remember this evil city's governance as one of the possible ways one might rule, one with no class structure and no hierarchy. I'm sure this will serve as a sort of training for my own future as king. There may not be much point in doing so, since I'm only a servant, but I can't just help but think in those terms. I wonder what the next nation we visit will be like. It was a good movie, I liked it. To the underground plains, oh. Now we're fighting assassins. We're switching things up. Oi, Merlin. Merlin? Yes, you, Walter. Come hither. Very. Very what? I can still hardly believe Assassin did something so horrible. I'm glad that the pirates are gone, of course, but did she have to sink the entire city of East to do it? Who knows what we could have done with this place, were it still around. What a waste. Like make it into a water park? I like that. Here I am focused on the present and you're dreaming up plans for the distant future. That's a precious talent in its own right. Yes, that's one of Senpai's best qualities. No matter how dire things may be, she never fails to examine things at new and unusual angles. Huh. And you never fail to deliver a truly earnest analysis, young lady. There is certainly never a dull moment with you two. You mean the god of war? To give my own earnest answer, if Ys was still around, then yes, perhaps we could have made use of it, as a marine headquarters of sorts. I believe you said before that the lake is connected to nearly every river that flows across Agartha? Okay, who are you on Twitter? I don't know people's Twitter handles. Given the incredible potential in what could have been transported over water, as opposed to land, I cannot help but feel that destruction was a waste. Still, there's no use crying over spilt milk, or a sunken city as the case may be. Huh. I don't remember what we were arguing about. Or debating, or whatever. I don't get angry of the stuff on Twitter, really. Tifa and the boobs? Yeah. I've already told my resistance allies to explore the ruins of Ys. They should find several seaworthy vessels. What's more, now that the pirates no longer control the waterways, we're on equal ground with our enemies. Ryder's optimism is well-founded. The situation has certainly taken a turn for the better. Hi, kitty. After all, we've narrowed our pool of Demon God Pillar candidates from 3 to 2. And we've reduced the number of powers in Agartha. It seems like things should be a good deal easier from now on, don't you think? No. I'm not so sure. Those women aren't our only enemy. Plenty of other threats remain, like those monsters that attacked our hideout. And while I didn't mention this before, there's even a natural disaster of sorts to worry about. We can't go resting easy just because the pirates are gone. Natural disaster? You mean like earthquakes? That is a scary thought, especially down underground. I'd hate to be buried alive. Depending on the situation, I'm afraid it could even be more dangerous than that. You'll just have to see what I mean for yourselves. Words alone won't really suffice to describe it. There's no telling when it might show up, and should you attempt to spoil it yourself, it disappears without a trace almost immediately. To spot it yourself. It is extremely dangerous. And to make matters worse, you cannot guard yourself against it. I mean, yeah, we'll always have lewds of characters even if they censor them. I'm just saying, technically speaking, the ethics team of Square Enix influenced the decision to change Tifa's outfit from the classic into a new one based on the assumption that her boobs would flop around like crazy, but that's not the best argument when you consider that this is Square Enix Cloud has spiky hair and a giant fucking sword. Whatever physics they implement, whatever magic systems in combat, whatever cool things they do in that game, you would think that adjusting Tifa's bouncing boobs would be more than enough, or would be easy enough for them. I think the game looks fantastic, but that is not the point. I also want to know what the ethics committee would think about Tifa and her panties, because she never did wear those spats. But I think the game's gonna be pretty damn awesome. I just hope they put enough time into it to make it a fully fledged product and not some cheap hashed out bullshit, which Final Fantasy XV really isn't, but it definitely doesn't play like a full completed game, even with all that annoying DLC. All those annoying DLC chapters don't feel like a comprehensive game. It's like you're playing a bunch of little mini games on top of a meh kind of game. It is extremely dangerous. Oh wait. And to make matters worse, you cannot guard yourself against it. It's impossible to see it coming, so the only thing you can do is run away before you're caught up in it. It is far worse than any mere natural disaster. Huh? Well, anyway, I'm just saying that there's still plenty of danger lurking around out here, so we can't go getting careless. Well, there's orthopedic underwear, but she wears white panties too. Well, you've seen them. But what exactly is going on with Ryder's eye? Like, I'm looking close and I can't tell. Is he winking? Is that a wink? What the fuck is he doing? I'm afraid I'm still not quite following, but it sounds like the gist of it is stay alert. Square Enix physics can be whatever the fuck they want. It's a wonk. Speaking of which, I'm picking up hostiles right in front of you. They look like wild animals. I see what Ryder means about there being threats everywhere. Hey, at least they didn't surprise us. That proves Mashu is sure staying alert. Way to go, Mashu. Master, I think Mashu deserves a double super extra helping of praise while we're preparing to fight. You look great in glasses, Mashu. I really much appreciate the sentiment, Senpai. But I feel terrible about getting praised like this while you're busy giving orders for battle. I mean, breast physics are a variable. You give them the physics, and then you can choose to exaggerate those physics and movements by a certain, amount. You can slide it back or go full on. Ooh, soul eaters. Hooray. How do you offer a double extra helping of your singular penis? Is it like a Hydra where you chop it off and it grows into two? It reminds me of Bible Black. I think there was somebody in that show who had two penises. It was a futa, but still. Futa are very interesting. Yeah, probably. I haven't seen that app, but it sounds fascinating. Arene Sakura one. That doesn't happen to do with Doken's, like, parasite, does it? I was hoping that would have taken more damage, but whatever. Beggars can't be choosers. Except I'm not begging. I can do whatever I want. Death. Oh, no, not quite. Ooh. Thank you for the follow. Uh-oh, my cat's in that there litter box. If he takes a shit, it's gonna reek. And I have to clean it. I have no idea what you're talking about, Ben. So who drew Musashi? Oh, you mean the artist? Don't worry, your mommy will come home. She's just having dinner with some friends. Yay! Someone agrees that the whole issue with Netflix gay straight washing or whatever it was is silly. Which I recommend you watch that video. It's very fun. It's not just the Evangelion debate. It's also a chance to talk about anime love. Ooh, baby. Don't get into too much trouble, kitty. What is Archive of Our Own? Why would I do this? I don't know the context. Is it a song? If it's for weebs, I sense a contradiction here. If you can find me an app that's just a chick on screen and you shake your phone and the boobs bounce, then damn. That would be nice. I guess that's all I have to say about it. Oh shit. 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 I thought Musashi had enough for her noble phantasm, but she don't. Fine. Fine. Slam him. 100% Buster, bitch. If you tell me what it is, I'll understand. I'm confused. I don't know it by name, clearly. If a real girl told you they like Kaoru, like she himself, what? I don't understand. I have just the app for you. Oh boy. Should have some fun after this. And done. You know, that might have been a nice warm-up for what's to come. Ryder, since we're approaching our destination, why don't you tell us about the sort of enemies we'll be facing in the Nightless City? The women of the Nightless City are very reserved, unlike the Amazons and pirates. They don't go around hastily attacking the other regions too much. They tend to focus on defending their own land. Really? But their leader got pretty extreme at ease. Way extreme! Oh. Indeed. Which is almost certainly why Dahut never saw it coming. I certainly would have. For the Nightless City's ruler to infiltrate enemy territory all on her own, and take out the entire city with a single strike to its one weakness. She is the very model of an assassin in that respect. It's also possible that she intentionally refrained from drawing attention to herself up till now, in order for that plan to work. True, but now that Ys is gone, there might be changes taking place across the Nightless City. We should start with some careful reconnaissance. You know damn well we don't do that, sir. We just go right in and cause trouble. Since we found Drake at Ys, albeit in a somewhat different form than usual, like Fergus, at first I thought we might find one of our other missing servants in the Nightless City. But now I'm fairly certain that whoever its ruler is, she didn't come from Chaldea. Dahut did say something about a caster, though. That's true, she did mention that when speaking to the assassin. So it would seem safe to assume that the Nightless City is home to a caster servant as well. Blueberries? Oh. In which case, there's still a chance that it could be Elena. Regardless, our task remains the same. We'll never find out unless we go there ourselves. Come to think of it, Ryder, do you have any idea as to how many soldiers there are in the city? It would be nice to know what sort of enemy we're up against ahead of time. I'm afraid not, as I said. They've mostly kept to themselves so far. Yeah, but wouldn't she want to discard her afterward? I see. I ask because I still cannot make myself draw my sword against a woman. So I was hoping there might be some other sort of opposition there that would let even someone like myself be useful. I'm afraid that even after seeing firsthand in Ys what terrible enemies women can be, I still can't bring myself to do battle with them. Sexist little boy. Well, you know, maybe it's kind of like trying to get over your distaste for Brussels sprouts. Can't just do it at the drop of a hat. Hang on, I just remembered something. The Resistance once took in a man who escaped from there. He was in such a terrible state we weren't able to get much from him, but one thing we did learn is that the Nightless City is home to those. How come you're pointing at the bodies of those beasts we just defeated? Dogs. He told us that the city is full of dogs, though of course I don't know what he meant, if he meant real dogs or something else altogether. Take me. Whoa! That is a lot of nodes, boy. This is gonna be a while. You think she spared her because she's a chick? Alright, this is as far as I go. Huh? You're not coming with us? I kept too many of my men back at the hideout when we infiltrated Ys. I don't want to repeat that mistake. If the Resistance had been ready to attack from the outside when it started to sink, it would have been a hell of a kerfuffle, but we could still have some saved, but we could Jesus Christ. But we could still have saved some of the men if only we'd been able to react accordingly. That's a really... I don't like the way that reads. This time the Resistance and I will stand by near the Nightless City. That way we can come in and take control of the city after you've taken down the assassin. Alternatively, you can storm the place on your signal, or we can. If something unexpected happens, like in Ys. Either way, I'm afraid the Resistance needs me to lead them, so I have to stay behind. I'm sorry to make you face all the danger yourself. Highway to the danger zone. Wow. Well, that's reassuring. That's also one of Senpai's 7 best qualities. She trusts her allies completely. And yet, something about working with this rider makes me uncomfortable. Why? We may not know who he is, but he fought valiantly alongside us back in Ys. And there's no question that this is the best way of keeping Master safe. So then why do I keep wishing he would stay somewhere I can keep an eye on him? I might have said this before, but let me say it again. If you must accomplish something, never give up, no matter the difficulties. As long as you persevere, a way forward will eventually present itself. I got a new subscriber! Nice. The subscribers being on YouTube on the left side. They may not be much coming from a boring old man like me, but I can't help saying it anyway. It was very wise, good sir. Okay, Sarah. Do you have your smoke bombs? Good. Let's get started with our infiltration. As luck would have it, it's almost sundown. Never mind how strange the idea of sundown is several kilometers beneath the surface. At any rate, now should be a good time to scale the castle walls. You have a Lelouch figure? That's cool. I know, yeah, random, but still cool. This is the brightest deserted alley I've ever seen in my life. This city is certainly no less of a surprise than Ys, however different. Their power bill must be nuts! The Nightless City, a legendary place from Chinese myth. Much like Ys was a legend from French myth. The original name in Chinese can also be translated as Nightless Castle. However, the word for castle actually means the outer walls of a city in Chinese. It's described in the Book of Han, but there aren't a lot of details about it. All we know is that the city was known for being very bright, even at nighttime. But given the image its name invokes, the expression came to be used for other cities that never sleep, like Shinjuku in Shanghai. It's like Shanghai, but yeah. What about that assassin? Unlike Ys, nobody knew much about who the Nightless City's ruler was, or even if there was one at all. So I think it's entirely possible that she's a servant with no relation to the city, who just happens to be using it for her base. Much like how Ryder is using the Peach Garden as his. Good point. Whoever Ryder is, I kinda doubt he has much to do with a Chinese peach garden. That said, the assassins who destroyed Ys did seem to have a Chinese air about her. No, I shouldn't speculate when we still have so little information. Anyway, what's your next move? You don't have to speculate. She called you by a Chinese name. This time we should take great pains to ensure this covert operation remains covert. As such, we should start by gathering information with a small group, with as small a group as possible. Once we know more about the city itself, the threats we face, and where to find the assassin, then and only then do we all move in. Yep, makes sense. I'd probably get lost in no time anyway. I missed a bit there? What? If this place is a bathhouse, then yeah, it would be like Spirited Away, but Spirited Away was Japanese, mind you. Huh? Why me? Remember the citizens of this city we saw on the way here? As we suspected, this city is primarily inhabited by women. But unlike the Pirates of Ys and the Amazons, these women are quite diverse in dress and race. The only thing they have in common is that they are all women. Therefore, as long as we keep our wits about us, the two of us should also be able to pass as citizens. Of course, if you insist, I am willing to go alone. You can do this, Astolfo. I got you. Really? I am pretty cute, huh? It's a little embarrassing for someone to just blurt it out, though. Okay, I'll do it. I was gonna let Dayon handle the boring stuff and spend some quality time with Master here in this alley. That sounds sketch. But if you're that insistent, it'd be a disgrace to the 12 Paladins of Charlemagne if I refused. Oh, could someone explain the whole snoo thing? I don't understand. Let's do this thing. In that case, I'll have to remain here too. I may not be able to gather information, but I will at least keep this area and Master secure. I am young, I know, but I vow to protect Sarah with my life. Well, Chaldea's staff needs to focus on monitoring Master above all else. So if you two are going off on your own, I'm afraid we won't be able to offer any help from our end. Not a problem. That's why we're going together. But what about the assassin of the Nightless City? She saw you both back at Ys. The other citizens here may not recognize you, but what will you do if she does? A good point. We'll need some sort of disguise. That will not be a problem. Fortunately, I snuck into an empty house on the way here, and borrowed 2 outfits from its closet. Naturally, I didn't have the luxury of choice in what I took, but since they were both hanging in a closet of a house belonging to an ordinary citizen, they should let us blend in well enough. Oh, Futurama! Thank you. People were talking about it, and I'm like, I don't get it! Nice. Phantom Thief of the White Lily. Just to remind you, Master, my title is Knight, not Thief. So is one of those outfits for me? Of course. That is why there are 2 of them. However, I only had time to base my selection on whether or not they would fit. So I don't wish to hear any complaints about how your outfit looks. Here, take it. Aw, come on. Isn't it important to look good even in disguise? I mean, we don't want to get hauled in by the fashion police, do we? Oh well, I guess I may as well try it on. Why are you changing here? Don't you realize Master is watching? But I wanna watch. At least change in the shadows here. Don't the 12 Paladins have any sense of decency? Well, I can't really say as far as Roland's concerned, but overall I'd have to say, nope. That's nothing to be proud of. Oh, come with me. I need to change as well. Hey, where's the fire? I'm already naked anyway. Ah! My butt's cold exposed like this. Ooh, thank you for the follow. What? This is not very Chinese, I suppose. I have no idea how to say that. Olava? I don't want to add the Olavache. I certainly don't think it's that, because French has so many silent letters. What are these outfits? I thought you said you... yeah. Mine's a sailor uniform. Astolfo! I don't know why you're shouting like that, but stop it, Master, you're scaring foe. You know, I think these are pretty spiffy. I'll admit, I didn't look very closely when I took these outfits, so perhaps I shouldn't be surprised that they turned out to be like this. Let me ask you this. Exactly what sort of room did you take these from? Nothing special, just an ordinary bedroom, with an ordinary chest of drawers. Ooh, a bedroom, huh? Well then, I bet you can guess what these outfits were doing there, huh? Oh, they were fucking in cosplay! At any rate, I'm afraid I don't have time to go searching for different outfits now. What's wrong with these? Far as I can tell, the only problem is that we're just too damn cute. I'm not certain these outfits will fit in as you explore the city. But I am certain that the other women here are dressed in all manner of ways. So, given that... Yes, that's true. I've seen Western clothing, Japanese clothing, Chinese clothing, and all manner of fashions ranging from medieval to modern times. In which case, perhaps you won't stand out too much after all. So how would you say it, then? What's up, Mashu? Oh, it's not a very big deal, but... Well, there's one thing I'd like to make sure of. Master, you're not sure of Daeon's gender either, are you? Daeon is the omnigender. No, I can't get a straight answer about it. Right, so given that, as much as I hate to ask you to do this, could you maybe take a look? That's... sexual harassment, Mashu! I see something there. Me too, but of course that doesn't prove anything definitely. That's what's making Daeon so mysterious. Perhaps heroic spirits can use skills to alter their physical appearance, or perhaps... well, that's the only option I can think of myself. I don't see a way to resolve this matter with any certainty. We could always ask, but I believe Daeon would just smile and change the subject. Not every mystery needs to be solved. Yes, I guess you're right. I'll do my best not to pay it any mind then. Very well, Astolfo. We shall have to undertake the mission dressed as we are, and please, keep your wits about you, and do not draw undue attention. Okay. I wonder if I'd look cuter with my skirt hiked up more. There we go. That is exactly what I was just talking about. Do not adjust your skirt as you walk. Do you want the world to see what's under your skirt? Well, things certainly are a lot quieter without those two around, aren't they? Still, their task will require not a small amount of stealth and skill. I think it would be best if we just waited patiently for them to return. A city populated entirely by women, to be honest. I'm finding this place a little too disconcerting, too. Though, of course, it's 9 o'clock, huh? I'll make sure to do everything in my power to keep Sarah safe if necessary. Still feeling out of place? The other you we know would certainly be thrilled to be here. If anything, he'd hate the idea of waiting around doing nothing in a back alley, when there's a whole city full of women right in front of him. Either that, or he'd be on the edge of his seat, waiting for something exciting to happen. And I don't mean an enemy attack, although, now that I think about it, I suppose a Celtic warrior could find that exciting too, for very different reasons. I see. So what sort of exciting things would the Fergus you know be waiting for, if not an enemy attack? Half-naked woman running away from a bad guy? Exactly that sort of thing, Sarah. Even now, I can almost hear the other Fergus saying, "Well, isn't this my lucky day?" Hers, too. That's awful. Do I really end up becoming a vulgar man obsessed with women? As no more than sexual objects? It's not more than sexual objects, it's in addition to being sexy. Ay. No, that can't be right. I'm sure I turn out to be a proper warrior. She mentioned I would enjoy an enemy attack as well as that other thing. Still, I can't help but worry. I better get back to training. That'll get my mind off of this stuff. I think I'll start with some Celtic squats, while keeping an eye on our perimeter. Pardon me. Now you two have gone and made poor Fergus uneasy with all your teasing. Don't worry, Fergus. You'll always be you, no matter what else happens. No matter who you put it in. Please don't dwell on it. It's okay to just be yourself. Thank you, Mashu. I like to train whenever I have a spare moment. So this is me being this is me being myself. I see. You really do enjoy training, don't you? I don't get the appeal at all myself. I don't think I'd say it's appealing, it's more routine. I think it's really sort of separate from the things you do for fun, because you like them. For me, training is something I do because I have to. I don't know if there's anything more to it than that. That said, I don't do nearly enough, which is why I'm still just a fledgling. But I can say that I know my stuff when it comes to more knowledge-oriented things. The druids who teach me are actually afraid of me now, since I learn everything they teach me so quickly that they keep running out of material. They say that if they let me, I'd end up making them talk all day, every day, from morning till night. So you used to be a nerd when you were young? I guess everyone really does have their own backstory. That goes for other servants too, of course. This has been a good reminder of that. Every one of them lived a full life and achieved something great as a hero. Ooh, got another subscriber. Thank you, TFG. I don't think you're here right now. That's on YouTube, but still. One of these days, their pasts must be very precious to them. Fergus, Astolfo, Daon, Galahad, who entrusted me with his power. They all had their own lives before they became heroes. I'd love to hear more about them someday. And that's what I do, Mashu. I'm the lore guy. Yeah, if you really give it some thought, it makes sense. Of course the heroic spirits written about in legends and myths would have led tumultuous lives. And since, by definition, their stories were exciting enough to pass on to future generations, there's not a boring one to be found in the bunch. Right, so Fergus, please don't feel as if you have to force yourself to do anything. No matter what else may happen, as long as you remain yourself, you'll become who you're meant to be. Does that mean I'm doomed to become a man obsessed with his desire for women? That's terrible! No, sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant that you'll become a strong, charming warrior. I do take issue with some of your future self's more overly harassing comments. But you still grow up to be a great man, almost like everyone's dependable uncle. Huh? Sorry, I'm afraid I mistook this sound for you breathing, Fergus. There's some heavy breathing approaching you now at what appears to be a running speed. Heavy breathing? Could it be a half-naked woman after all? No, it's a gorilla. That's not a dog, Mashu. You don't know what a dog looks like? Thank goodness. Yes, I'm genuinely glad that's what it turned out to be. But that's not to say I'm in favor of letting dogs run around without a leash. Be careful. It appears to be hungry. So we're gonna kill the dog. What if this is just like a cute puppers? Or the friendly doggo? Guess we'll find out. Oh, it's a big puppy.
命のやり取りとか面倒なことになってるの。
Is the big puppers. Ba-ba-da-ba-dum-bum-bum. Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars. It's a shame we don't get this song in the Netflix dub. In other words, it's bullshit. It's a Buster Werewolf! Yahoo!
天満台自在天神その騎兵をイチャラ大天将それなんの
Alrighty. That did not do nearly as much as I was hoping, but I'll take it. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Thank you. Excuse me. Whew. That was a super sneeze. It's already bad enough when they go ahead and call something their original series. Like, bullshit. You paid some money for it is all. But even then, apparently you didn't play enough. Is it supposed to be Shinobu? I can't tell which girl that is. Oh shit, why did I do that? You son of a bitch. Aww. Oh, you wasted my skill, you son of a bitch. Hi, little boy. Got another subscriber. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that song is still part of the official soundtrack. It's just, yeah. I reckon it's time to get revenge on this little bastard. The credits are as long as they were before, I think. But it's Netflix, so they suggest that you know, obviously skip it and jump to the next episode. At the end of the day, I still really wish they would just put Violet Evergarden on Blu-ray for me to buy. Like, it's not like I'm gonna stop my Netflix subscription or anything to do that. Thank you! Ooh, someone rolled something. I'll have to check that out later. But right now, I'm streaming. Whew. Glad that's over with. Well, those things seem to be dogs, technically anyway. No. Well, it's on... I guess maybe you can change your settings to not automatically do it, but whatever. Perhaps those were some of the dogs Ryder was talking about? Oh. By the way, is everything okay there? Everything happened so suddenly that I have trouble imagining you could have kept quiet. To say nothing of how noisy combat usually is, even in a deserted back alley like this, there's a chance that someone may have... There! I can hear breathing and footsteps again, and they don't belong to an animal this time. Could it be? Crap. I forgot to feed them. Where could they have gone? Oh man, this is bad. Really bad. When those things get hungry, they go around eating other men. Think I heard something off this way. So it was a fully clothed man. Well, I'm glad it turned out that way too. As opposed to unclothed man. What the? They're dead? Who are you people? Wait, you're not subjects of the Nightless City, are you? You seem to be alone. That's lucky. Were you taken from the surface? We're allied with the resistance that's trying to free the enslaved men. Maybe you've heard of them? If you help us, we may be able to rescue the men here in the Nightless City, such as... Stop! Stop! Now's not a good time. If I heard you, they must have heard you too, which means it's only a matter of time until they come looking to see what happened. Oh God, what am I going to do? They're coming! They're coming with their billhooks and hammers! The merciless executioners will be here soon. Pansy, we got this. We got it. God, that was all just one? This is so long, it's not even funny. I do have a Discord. There, if right on this Twitch page right here, I've got a link to it. There's something kind of funny about the city, don't you think? The lights are scattered so haphazardly. Not a thought is given to order. They may shine bright, but their gleam lacks warmth and truth. In stark contrast to the gleam of Versailles. Not that Versailles' gleam was particularly righteous either. It was designed to pile extravagance upon extravagance, to show that there was no greater place to be found anywhere in the world. But this glow is quite the opposite. It has been expanded endlessly, signifying that it has ambitions well beyond where it is now. Yeah, it does kind of feel like they've just been piling on the lights for the sake of doing it. The lights are so bright you can't even read what the signs say, and there's so many of them that you're never sure what where you're supposed to look. And what's with that platform in the middle of the plaza? It has such an imposing presence. It's as flashy as anything else here. Maybe it's where they execute people. I bet I can figure it out if I really rack my brain. I got it. Maybe it's a DJ booth? I do not know what that is. Or what it is, but I do know it is not a DJ booth. Although, why does the sight of that object put my heart so ill at ease? Because you're French, and French love to chop people up with a guillotine. You know, chaotic as this place is, compared to East, it's surprisingly orderly. Indeed, it may have something of a squalid luminescence, but it is a far cry from decadence. It almost feels as though it is flourishing, which is rather strange considering how far underground we are. Oh, these people are kind of weird too. We really don't stand out much, even in these outfits. Quite. While they do appear to be largely around in the same age, they are otherwise completely dissimilar in almost every respect. And the real surprise is that there are men. Yeah, and it doesn't seem like a big deal, like, they don't even have any collars or chains on them. I wonder why they don't just run away. They could be bound by some sort of spell. We'll have to talk to someone in order to find out. However, speaking with one of the women may be dangerous. I think it would be best if we were to find a man who was by himself. Yeah, but that's easier said than done when it seems like everyone is all coupley. They're not even locking arms and everything. Or they are. What's going on? You can't get Code Geass on Kiss Anime? You'd think they would. Like, what can't you get there? How come things seem so normal and so not normal at the same time? Wait, there's a group of 2 men and 1 woman over there. That seems odd. Let's follow them. Are you cold, Master? I'm fine, thank you. Here, Master, use my coat. Oh my, aren't you sweet? What do you think you're doing? She said she wasn't cold, you brown noser. Huh, it's not my fault you're too dense to read between the lines. Now, no fighting. I love both of you equally. Mwah. You have a lovely nose, and you have beautiful round eyes. You're both special, so no more fighting, okay? You are too kind, Master. Thank you. You truly are too kind, Master. I'm sorry for how I behaved. Aw, come on, you gotta be kidding me with this reverse harem stuff. Just look at him smooching it up in public. Shh, the woman just told the men to wait for her over there, while she goes to the bathroom. Now's our chance to get in closer. Oh. Interesting. Ugh, this sucks. I'm sick of buttering her up all the time. You must be sick of it too, right? I don't know how much more of this I can take. I'm going along with this because I don't want to die. I'm not a subject of this nation, and let's not kid ourselves. That's just her way of calling us pets. I got a wife and kid back on the surface. Come on, she's never left us on our own before. Now's our chance. Let's get out of here. I've even heard there's a group called the Resistance outside the city. If we can just meet up with them. Dion! Yes, now we know how these men truly feel about living here. Let us go talk to them and find out. Huh? Well, say something. Aren't you fed up with... Attention! I wish to make a report. What? This man would disturb the Nightless City's peace. He means to flee the city of harmony and light. Something's not right here. Astolfo, stop! Come quick, we have a criminal here. Bring Her Highness's justice down upon him. Stop that! Please don't call them. You've got it all wrong. I was just kidding around. Whatever you do, don't call for the torturers. Would you go back on YouTube streaming? Of course I would. I've explained it in my, what do you call it, the community tab. I very much recommend it to anyone who wants to have more information about this channel. That or my Discord, both are pretty viable. But unfortunately right now, ever since I played Extella Link that first time, I've been hit with a copyright issue that I've been trying to deal with, and it disabled my live streaming, which is horrible. So, unfortunately, until either Xseed gets off their asses and fixes this issue, or those 3 months expire on the copyright strike, I'm stuck where I am right now, unfortunately. So that's why I've been doing Twitch. Normally I do both, to be perfectly honest, but yeah. Oh god, what am I going to do? They're coming. They're coming with their machetes and hammers. Those merciless executioners will be here soon. I'm sorry, what are you talking about? Who are these executioners? You mean you don't know? I'm talking about the torturers. The Empress's official torturers, who serve as the Nightless City's police force. If you know what's good for you, you'll hurry up and make yourself scarce. That's what I'm going to do. I'm still not sure what he meant, but something is definitely headed our way. Be careful. Guard dogs 17, 18, and 19. Confirmed dead. Likely culprits spotted. They do not appear to be kept by any subjects. Rather, they appear to be intruders. How long ago was I hit? I think it was in March. No. March or April. It's one of the two. So it's actually been, unfortunately, way too long. Ugh, she stinks of blood and guts. In fact, she absolutely reeks of them. And of course, she's a woman. That huge weapon must be so unwieldy, given her physique. No, that's not the issue. This bloody stench isn't that of a warrior fresh off the battlefield. It really does bring to mind an executioner. This woman has almost certainly spilt the blood of others far beyond what could be deemed necessary. Rejoice. Her Highness is the most lenient, most lenient. Intruders though you may be, she will still grant you a chance to swear fealty. Now choose. Will you swear fealty after your judgment, or before? Hi.
Hi.
Ari-chan is back.
Yahoo. I got Indian food.
I'm thinking after? You're not gonna play Grand Order?
Huh? Well, yeah, I want to get this one.
While you do it? Oh. Miku says hi.
Hi,
Gonna Miku the shit right out of you. Well then, let the judgment proceed. The penalty for killing a guard dog is the amputation of your 4 limbs, so that they may be fed to the other guard dogs. It is a perfectly just and ecological situation, or solution, as one would expect from Her Highness. This woman doesn't look so inclined to be lenient about amputating our legs, arms and legs. She is clearly as frightful as her bloody stench implies. I cannot help but hate and pity her. I feel like women should be more, well, free, whether they're fighters or not. To Dahut, she may have been evil, but she was proud of who she was. But you're not proud of anything. All I sense from you is admonition. I actually can't hear the music right now. Because, I mean, there are ways I could, but right now I don't. As for that weapon of yours, you will never mete out your so-called judgment on Sarah. I may be younger and inexperienced, but I will still protect her with every fiber of my being. Furthermore, even in death, I will never swear fealty to that assassin. After all, little girls don't do anything for him. Do you have to say things like that when I'm trying to steel myself for battle? So you refuse to swear fealty to Her Highness. Your punishment shall now be far more severe. Oh no! Fatal battle. Torturer. We're gonna go for the big torturer.
なるべくは避けたい行為。Do it.
How's everybody doing? Ari-chan. The friends.
Yeah, little Lilo.
夢のように片付けよう。
The one that we met? Oh,
夢のように
wow.
Ouch. She's doing great now.
Little doggo fell off a couch and broke its leg. It's so tiny. I guess that's why.
Physical therapy treatment.
ローリンまおーとも
Oh yeah, it's an old dog. That'll always do it.
根付かん運の諸悪今度我が勝負医者なき
Yes, baby Fergus will never fight. He is not a legit servant. He is just an NPC! Oh my.
お供任せて
罠だ。
なんのお
いいと
供
も。どうか
なんの
な。どうか
Leave Musashi alone. Leave her alone.
な。どうか
Did you have any luck against Heracles?
な。柄ではないんだけどね。
Oops, that was all my fault. I'm sorry, Musashi.
I'll have to start that battle again. I would probably say, like, Waver and Merlin and one good damage taker. Just rotate them because it's not sustainable to have.
いいぜやればいいんだよ
So,
いいぜやればいいんだよ
when I was low shielded,
やれあいつ
not as low shielded. Have gold shield.
What location are you in?
俺の前に立つんじゃない不器用は終わりだって先に言ってる
Oh, here's some of the torch.
Yep.
Yeah, always.
Well, you're skipping a lot of this. You're skipping all the story.
I am.
王の話をするとしよう。
あいつ
I don't know where this is.
I mean, I don't care about Fergus, so I'm okay.
星の宇宙に物見の見て楽の見星から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者の見通りがいるガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
そこだ
Smack, no. Smack Shiki, you idiot. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't matter. Now you die.
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
ああ吐き気がする
お望みのままに。
Oh, kinda. It's just other doggos being loud. Don't worry.
俺の前に立つんじゃないま切りがいがあるのはいいことだよな
Why are you saying nah? I don't understand. You actually beat the torturers? You guys are amazing. That's Celtic hero muscle power for you. Thank you, but all I did was defend against them. We could never have defeated them without Sarah's quick thinking and unerring orders. And Musashi. Oh. Sorry for hiding out on my own back there, but we're terrified of the torturers. We could never hope to stand against them, not after seeing one of their shows. Their shows? Senpai, this is a good chance to talk to one of the city's inhabitants and learn more about what's going on here. Ugh, who said that? Oh, don't mind me, I'm on your side. Just thinking of me, think of me as a talking version of that cute fluffy animal over there. Huh? You lot sure can use some weird spells. Anyway, I'm just grateful you all defeated her. If you hadn't, I'd have been killed for letting dogs I was in charge of get away like that. After what you did for me, I'll help you out in any way I can. Wow, this is a real stroke of luck. Having someone who can provide us with information show up like this, while we were just waiting here. It makes me feel kind of bad about having Daeon and Astolfo disguise themselves to sneak into town. So you have other allies here too? I just hope they haven't run into any torturers themselves. Or that they haven't seen the torturers at work. I take it you're referring to the show you mentioned earlier. Would you please tell us everything you can about this city, the torturers, and what role they play here? Of course, first off. What was that? I've got a bad feeling about this. Attention, subjects. This man has committed a crime. The crime of plotting an escape from our glittering paradise here in the Nightless City. The contemptuous crime of snubbing Her Highness's boundless mercy for her loyal subjects. This must be some kind of show. So that's what that platform in the plaza is for. A scaffold for public executions. I don't like this. Come now, don't feel bad. You did the right thing. Of course, I'm well aware that crimes must be properly reported. I simply followed Her Highness's law. Aw, you're such a good boy. I'll have to give you an extra special reward once we get home. You are too kind, Master. Damn it, I didn't do anything wrong. I just didn't want to die. If you want to survive in this city, you have to sell out anyone who might drag you down with them. Clam chowder, huh? Please don't do this, I'm begging you. What are you going to do to me? Your punishment has been determined. I will remove your fingertips. Is that it? I promise I'll never even think about running away again, so please spare me. Next will be the middle of your fingers, then their bases, your palms, your wrists. From there, I will slice your arms into equally sized parts from your wrists up to your elbows. Then I'll do the same from your elbows to your shoulders. Next, your legs, then your torso. Your body will be whittled down piece by piece from its extremities until you cease to exist. This slow shedding of the body is known as Lingxi. It was extremely pragmatic of Her Highness to come up with this as the ultimate punishment, while the fine technique required to perform it makes it a slow method to learn. We torturers are certain it will be regarded as the greatest form of execution known to humankind. Execution? You should be grateful to Her Highness. You have been given the gift of time to repent for your sins. Those who die by the guillotine or the rope are not so lucky. You are truly fortunate, save that you sadly will not have the opportunity to experience Her Highness's other innovative torture methods. I would have liked to see her kneeling. What? To see her kneeling torture or tree torture? I guess those are types of torture. So you already weep in regret. You might have had the chance to experience them, but now that your sentence has been determined, I'm afraid we don't have time. Oh God! Oh God! Oh man! Oh God! Then let us begin with the first cut, your fingertips. Oh God! Oh God! Ah! You can laugh. It started. Wow. They look like little shrimps. And how much blood is spraying out, too. Ah, yes, it's really something. I think they should try to animate this. It would be really hardcore. I knew that platform inspired feelings of dread in me, even if I wasn't sure why. But now that I've seen this horrific display, I finally understand. Daeon? It is a scaffold used for executions. It may not have a guillotine, but it serves the same purpose. Once, long ago, I failed to prevent such an execution. When the guillotine was soaking France's streets in blood, I was not there. I was not able to return. And so I cannot help but think, if only I had been there. Had I been there, sword in hand, at the scaffold, while Marie waited her death at Sanson's hands, perhaps I could have made a difference. Yet here I am now. And once again I am unable to act. Hey, Dion, you don't have to overthink this. The important thing is that we're servants now. I know that. We are currently heroic spirits. Ghosts from the past. I know that it is pointless to think of what could have been. No, that's not what I mean at all. I mean that we're Master's servants. We're acting directly on her behalf, remember? So all we gotta ask ourselves is, what would Master do? Game over, man! But we have a role to fulfill, an important one. I know, and saving this guy probably won't help us fulfill it, but oh well. I say we give it a go. And if it all goes really bad, we'll both say we're sorry, okay? You are a great fool, Astolfo, you really are. Hey, everyone's always saying, Astolfo, stop leaving your brain at home. But I never do that, honest. I can see what they mean, dressed as you are now. Then again, I suppose I'm in no position to speak. Perhaps that's why I'm compelled to do this. Fucha! There is a crowd of people here. We must end this quickly. Okay, I'll try. Hi, puppers. Ow, she's harder than she looks. It seems we have attracted reinforcements. This is not good. Who are you? Interfering with an execution ordered by Her Highness is a clear act of treason. The penalty for treason is death. You two will be executed after this criminal. Evildoers may not know my name. If you must call me anything, call me Sailor Paladin, friend of justice and kicker of butts. And this is... I have to do this too? In for a penny, in for a pound. I am Maid Knight, friend of justice and defender of the innocent. In the name of our master, we'll punish you. Show it to Marie. No, not Blackbeard. Ugh. What? Don't you dare. That would be a clear breach of my portrait rights. Wait, what are you doing here anyway, Master? And you, Fergus? We heard an ominous sound and thought we should come take a look just in case. I'm glad we're not too late. At any rate, this is horrible. Just horrible. There, you have been added to the list of today's executions. Once you're all dead, the names Sailor Paladin and Maid Knight will forever be engraved in the history of the Nameless City. Just to be quite clear, those are not our real names. Okay.
一等三敗修練の果てに無限に至る
They got too much HP, but I think I can stop that by smacking them in the face with the big wooden stick. Man, I didn't do jack shit. These guys have so much health. Beat on Musashi like joiks. Leave her alone. Leave me alone. Yeah, that's their battle song. What is it like? Is that kind of how it starts? And it gets all like pretty and stuff. No, that's the transformation one. It's in my head somewhere. There's actually a really nice soundtrack for that, too.
なんだ
These ones are weaker than the other ones. Oh, show.
任せて
オーセロとワナッ
けっ
ツワナッツではお望みのままにいいお望みのままにふん柄ではないんだけどね
残酷な天使のように少年よしわりなれ
任せ待ってます
青い風などな胸のドアを叩いても I didn't forget it, I just stopped to pay attention to the band battle. Sure. Don't make fun of me. I know what I'm doing.
待ってました
Bitch! Oh, the freaking cat thing can topper do not work. He's bullshit. You're right, they are stupid. It does sound like a hardcore fight.
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないかこの辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか
I feel ya. Little darling. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum-bum.
王の話をするとしよう
This one's going down.
星の宇宙に物見の見て楽園の端から君に聞かせよう罪なき者のみ通るガーデン・オブ・アバロンこれぞ大軍師の究極陣地破ってみせる
なん天満山自在天神その騎兵は医者だ大天将
What did that do to you? It almost killed you, but not quite. Not quite. Ooh. Getting more subscribers. Woo! Down for that. Always. Always and forever.
いいともつまらんそうですわな
Sorry. A little tired. I often am.
ではお望みのままに
待ってました
どうかなわな
Ooh, you are fucking dead. You are so fucking dead.
当日にひらめいた
Oh yeah. Triple Buster, baby!
道理お供待ってました
Except the Noble Phantasm's probably gonna kill him. All its own.
なん天満山自在天神 その傷を
I don't even want to think about how fast I could blow through Agartha if I didn't read the actual story. There's so much story! Kill the story! Except that's kind of what we want.
よし
Be stupid without the story.
うどん食べに行くか
Then it would be just blind grinding. I'm searching for a new place to hide as we speak. For the moment, please keep running and don't stop. I'm glad we managed to beat them, but they were weirdly, tanky? I've realized something after fighting them. Remember those citizens, subjects, that were gathered around? I believe they and the torturers are fundamentally the same thing. What do you mean? It's just my impression. But I got an identical feeling from the torturers we defeated as I did from the subjects. Their only difference was their weaponry. Essentially, I believe that those serving as torturers are chosen from among the women here. Maybe that means this whole city could be a threat. Kinda like Ys. Anyway, at least we managed to rescue this guy from being executed. Now we just have to find somewhere safe and reattach his fingertips. When you going to bed, love?
When I get tired.
Any idea when that might be? Okay.
I just gotta cook.
Okay, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here for tonight. I will be resuming this stream tomorrow, the 24th, at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Thank you all for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe to OtakuDaiKun for more anime lists, reviews, discussions, lore videos, let's plays, and the Holy Waifu Wars. Definitely check out my video on the new dub of Evangelion, as well as the lore of Penthesilea. And until next time, celebrate your fandom.